And an Aussie mum has gone viral after sharing how she teaches consent to her toddler. Brittany Baxter lets her daughter say no to her grandparents if they ask for a hug or a kiss.
Can we please start normalising the fact that kids do not have to kiss and hug adults? My daughter's almost 2 years old and I've been in the process of teaching her consent basically since the day that she's been born. And I find it really unhelpful when the adults in her life are like, what? We have to ask for a kiss and a hug, even though I've explained why multiple times. And then when she says no, they're like, oh, she doesn't love me. My feelings are so hurt. And then they proceed to overstep her body boundaries anyway. My daughter and her body do not exist to make anyone feel more comfortable and to make anyone feel more loved. It is not her fault and it is not my fault that the older generation haven't taken the time throughout their entire lives to learn how to regulate their emotions so consent doesn't continue to be overlooked. No one's feelings are ever going to be more important than my daughter's right to her own body, and I'm sure she's not going to allow her to grow up in an environment where, one, she doesn't know how to say no, and two, she doesn't know what it looks like for her no to be respected. Grandparents do better.
The video has received 400,000 views, with hundreds of people supporting her parenting style. Brittany Baxter joins us now from Melbourne. Morning to you, Brittany. So why did you decide to teach your daughter this from such a young age?
Because consent starts in the home. I mean, if we can't allow our children to say no and we can't teach them that it's okay to say no, how are they ever going to be able to do that when they find themselves in difficult situations where they feel uncomfortable?
Brittany, I actually love the message behind this. You said even your parents, your grandparents as well, initially had a hard time sort of accepting the concept because they'd been brought up differently. How have they reacted now?
They're really on board with it now. Like you said, they did have a difficult time with it in the beginning, but I think through explaining the importance of consent, they have gotten on board with it and they are doing such an amazing job. I mean, they make mistakes, that's normal, they're human, but at least we have the space to be able to talk about it when they do make mistakes and they correct it and then they do better the next time.
Because I know you've had a lot of support. I'm sure there's also a lot of people watching this who'd say, oh, come on, it's only a hug and they're her grandparents. So what sort of response have you had online? What sort of comments?
It has been very mixed, I would say. A lot of people are very outraged, which I understand. A lot of people have misunderstood, I guess, the point of the message that I'm trying to get across. But a lot of people have been in support of it as well, and I think that's what has been really amazing. So many parents understand the importance of consent and teaching their child that, and they realise that it starts within the home and with the people that are closest to that child.
Yeah. Well, it's a really interesting topic. It's got lots of people talking, and we really thank you for your view this morning.